Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Wanted to ask you guys if you could do me a favor. If you're watching these videos and checking out the channel and you like what you see, if you guys could hit the subscribe button for me, we would really appreciate that. We are working our way to trying to get monetized so that we can build bigger and better cars and more builds and so on and so forth and keep doing this. And that would help us a lot if you guys could do that for us. So that's really all I got for you. Really appreciate all of you. Stay tuned. We've got lots of cool builds coming. Lots of things starting to happen on a lot of different cars. So it won't just be the Thing. It's going to be the Thing, the 40 Ford, the Apache. There's going to be a lot of things happening. So just stay tuned, and I will try my best to get you as many videos as I can, including Don's 1957 Chevy two-door post that we're working on. There's a lot going on over there too. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for everything. We really appreciate you. Have a great night. Hey guys, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Kind of getting a little bit of a late start today. We went to the Sumter swap meet. We didn't buy anything, but I almost bought a set of ceramic coated headers for 50 bucks. I should have bought it, honestly, but I just don't know what I'm going to be doing with any of these cars, like, for sure. So it's like, am I pissing away 50 bucks or, you know? But the thought was, if you look at this, this is the 283 for the Chevelle. This is the correct numbers matching engine that came out of that car. You know, I thought, do I restore these? Do I buy a set of these that are the 2.5 inch collector? Do I put a set of headers on it? You know, what do I do? So this was the thought process. Maybe buy those headers for this engine, but you know, yeah, we'll get there. So here we are. Today is Thing Day. I am getting ready to take the taillight covers off. I'm going to get in here, make sure that my brake light bulbs are actually a dual filament, not a single filament. When the lights are on, the brake lights, it's hard to tell the difference in the two. So we just want to verify that that's right. We're also going to install the the parking lamp lenses and covers. We fixed the wiring here, so that's good to go now. So we're going to put those back together. We're going to install the horn, wire it up, and make it work with the steering wheel and the horn button. So we'll get all that done. And I'm going to, my brake light wiring, I temporarily ran it. You'll see red wire curled up on the floor down here, black wire over there. I need to just basically tape that up and run it through and correctly finish that off. I temporarily did it just to see if that new Thing Shop brake master cylinder wiring harness was actually going to fix this issue and give me brake lights, and it did. So I just need to finish that up. Probably bolt down the battery today, get that done, and we're quickly approaching this thing being done. So I made a list. Look at this. We got to install and wire the horn, install the wiring harness, which I just told you I'm going to do, finish wiring, bolt down the battery, install the cocoa mats and duct boards, install the radio screen back in, which I'm just snapping it in, wet sand and buff the windshield frame, pull the wheels, adjust the brakes, reinstall the parking lamps, going to happen today, install rear air shocks, finish putting the dash together, and install the distributor hold down and readjust. That will be here Tuesday. Once those things are done, this car is complete, ready to sell. So not a huge list. They're very small things that will happen very fast for the most part. The biggest challenge here is the wiring on the speedometer. So I'll take that. After everything we've been through with this car, I'll take that. I'll figure that shit out one way or another. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going to be doing here. Last night, after the transformer exploded, they decided to put a new one up there, which is kind of cool. Ended up getting a subscriber out of that. One of the linemen that went up there and actually did it, I had the garage door shut. You couldn't see any of the cars. And I came out, I had to go get Megan from work in St. Pete. And he was out here when they were done. He was looking at the Apache. And told him we had a YouTube channel and everything. And that I had actually literally finished priming this like 15-20 minutes before that transformer blew up. And thank God that this tent was here. Because, I don't know if you can see it from this side. Oh, sure you can. Look at all the oil. That's oil all over my tent, right? So, you know, yeah. So that would have went on my roof. So that was an absolute godsend that that didn't happen. But anyway, we got to talking, and I gave him my business card with the little QR code on it to subscribe to the channel. And I opened up the garage door, and he just loved the thing, which is really cool because, you know, he has never seen a Volkswagen thing, and he thought it was just cool as hell. And so he was walking around, asking me questions about it and stuff, so that was kind of neat. But just kind of cool to get people's reactions, you know. I really enjoyed that at the Street Rod Nationals, you know, just kind of watching that thing happen was kind of fun. So anyway, roof on the Apache's done. There's that. So we are there. We managed to get that far yesterday before all hell broke loose. We are really thinking, like, okay, what do we do for the next 19 days? I have 19 days before my vacation. So things that we need to continue doing things. We want to do this in the cheapest possible way so that I have more money for vacation. So that my wife doesn't kill me. So I need primer for the Apache. That is what I'm lacking on the Apache. I also need primer, different kind of primer, for this. The plan is for Ron to bodywork the 40 Ford and get it ready for paint while we're gone for those 2 weeks. That's still probably happening. I just got to get him some primer. But leading up to that, I think one of the things I want to do is to get the Volkswagen convertible in the backyard off that old frame, up in the air on center blocks and 4x4s, and drag that old frame out. I want to pull the transmission out of it and the CV axles and get that all cleaned up, painted, and installed into the new frame. I think that's definitely something I want to do. I need to get this jacked up and get these shocks off. The rear shocks on this are going on the Super Beetle frame. So that'll be kind of fun. I can at least get these onto there. And then really, I want to put the Super Beetle frame under the Super Beetle. Now, mind you, I'm not going to put the pan seal and run all the cables and pedals and all of that yet. I don't have them. I don't want to spend the money yet. I want to finish this, finish the 40, get the Apache going. But I can at least get it to be a rolling car, and I think that's what we're going to do. So really the next 19 days are going to be finish this completely. I want this done, ready to sell, running, driving, beautiful car by the time I come back, okay? Or before I leave, actually. So when I come back, I can put it up for sale. And if any of you are watching this and are interested in buying this, hit me up, brownsrodandcustom at gmail.com, and we'll talk. So but this is definitely going up for sale first part of October, okay, when I get back from vacation. So yeah, and you know, we're tossing around, we're doing some work on Don's 57, the old one. He's gonna bring it over, and at some point over the next couple weeks or months, and we're going to get it in the garage here and basically finish hanging the doors, adjust them, adjust all the body panels, get everything where it needs to be. We're gonna paint it hot rod black. It's going a flat black, or matte black I should call it. get that painted. So we'll blow up the paint booth here and paint it in his paint booth. He's the guy that let us use the paint booth. So Don, we love you. Try to get the windows in it, get the glass guy over here to get the windshield and the back window in it. We'll go ahead and get the side windows put in and working. Get the shifter hooked up, get it to where it kind of runs and drives. We'll pull out of the driveway under its own power, that kind of thing. Drive around the neighborhood, do a burnout, you know, which is, I think, exactly what he wants it to be. So I don't see any reason why we can't do that. So that's happening. And yeah, so there's just all kinds of neat stuff going to happen. So just stay tuned. I know some of these videos, you'll look at them and go, wow, they're working on a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we really are. It's not a mixture of a bunch of days put together. It's literally in one day we're working on. We primed the roof on this. We tore the Super Beetle apart. We hung the bumper on this. I mean, we're busting it over here, just trying to get things completed. So anyway, guys, I'm going to stop talking and get working. And I'll bring you back later on today and show you where we got on the thing, and if we end up working on anything else. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Hey, guys. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. We did it. Yeah, we did it. Me and Ron are still sitting here after about an hour looking at each other going, how the hell did we figure that out? So, for those of you at home that have been following along, I've been fighting this wiring on this car for about a month now. And I'll explain why, and this will make sense. One, I've never wired a Volkswagen. That's problem number one. Problem number two is this wiring diagram is 75% right. Okay? Like, no shit. So if you follow this exactly with the gauge, with the speedometer that I have, okay, this jumper here off of the vibrator for the fuel, okay, the power comes in from the fuse panel somewhere, anywhere, right here, okay. This is not here. This is here, below the turn signal light. So how I figured that out, because there's a million wires in there and you get lost in it. I mean, it's just a mess. So anyway, what I did is I looked up Volkswagen speedometers, how to wire them, looking for the wiring diagrams. And I found one off of, I believe it's a 68 Beetle, and it had the wire coming from here. So it had the fuse panel coming in to here, and then a jumper wire down to here, okay? I did that, and then I grounded it off the bolt on the side of the stud and the nut right here, where the speedometer bolt's on. I grounded that, and man, we were cooking with hot grease. So, and what led us to even begin this ordeal is I unplugged the oil light, okay? And everything worked perfect. And I said, what the hell? So I thought, okay, well, it's just the oil light, there's something wrong with that, you know, so on. But then I started playing with it and I started tracing it out, and, you know, one thing led to another, and I started looking up these wiring diagrams, and there was that wire, and I went, okay, I've got an empty port there. What are we doing? And I had actually grounded the damn wiring harness to actually where the turn signals go, to that bulb in the beginning. So fixed some things, but now I would show you, but my battery's charging. We got to a point where the battery just needed to be charged. But right now we have fixed a slew of other issues as well. Took the taillight housings off, figured out that I had 1156 single filament bulbs for the taillight and brake light bulb, instead of dual filament 57s, 1157s, which is what it needed. So went and bought those, put those in. Now I have brake lights. So I had brake lights when the taillights were off. When the taillights were on, I had no brake lights, right? So because there's no dual filament and it's one bulb, And yeah. Now, for those of you following along at home, you probably, if you have one of these and you haven't bought aftermarket lights, you've got the stock Hello lights, which I believe is 2 different bulbs. This is 3 bulbs. You got one top, one middle, and the bottom. The bottom's reverse. You got the brake and the tail, and then, I'm not sure, hazards, I think, on top. So, long story short, that fixed that problem. So, we are golden back here. Came up here. Now, another weird thing happened. We fixed the speedometer issue, right? We got it all together. It's so pretty. And we fixed the speedometer issue and started popping every time I pull this one click for parking lights. My headlight switch, as soon as I do that right there, I pop a fuse. And I went, what the hell? And it was the number 4 fuse, 4th one over from the right. And what it was this parking light. Even though we rewired them and did everything, it was too tight and it was causing it to ground out. So, pulled that off, fixed that. Now I have no issues there. So right now, everything on this car works. With the exception of the horn. The horn is installed, by the way. It's down there. It's in, it's plugged in. The only thing is I need to pull the horn button off and hook up the wires. But that's the only thing I have left there. But we right now have parking lights, headlights, high beam, low beam. We got the high beam light on the gauge cluster. We have gauge cluster lights. We have the oil light. When you turn the key on to an accessory, the oil light comes on, the red one. Turn signal lights work the way they're supposed to. Turn signals work front and rear. Hazards work front and rear. Windshield wipers work. Reverse lights work. Radio works. Yeah, it does everything it's supposed to do. So it's finally wired right. And I apologize for, not having the greatest content on this and just fighting through it. But maybe my struggles will help one of you down the road watching one of these going, wow, I've got some weird wiring issues. What is this? I'd have gave anything for those videos if I had them. So now I need to clean up my brake light wiring. I got it ran over. I just have to. I need to do some taping and heat shrink and all that, and get all that put up. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good under here. I'm happy. I'm really happy, actually. My wife couldn't be happier. I texted her, and this never happens. She called me and said, no way, you got it. I went, I got it. She's like, oh my God. So she's freaking out at work, so that's great. Makes me feel really good. I like making my wife happy. And because we were all, honestly, I've been working on this since, I don't know, last week of July, something like that, before the Nationals. Maybe longer, just trying to wire this in between doing a million other things. But this wiring issue, this has been a bastard. So we're looking good. I'm feeling good. What's left, right? We look at our list of what's left here. Let's go down that. Let's find the list. Okay. Here's the list. We painted the front bumper and installed it. We installed and wired the horn. We've installed the new brake wiring harness to make the brake lights work. We've installed the emergency flasher relay. We finished the wiring. We fixed the wiring at the driver's parking lamp. Fix and paint the front scrape. We did that. I still have to bolt down the battery. Install the cocoa mats and duct boards, but that'll be after we buff the car out and polish it. We put the wheels on and adjusted the brakes. We reinstalled the parking lamps. I still need to install rear air shocks. I finished putting together the dash. And the distributor hold down will be here Tuesday. And I need to order a fuse panel clip because I lost mine somewhere. So it'll show up when I, don't need it. And after I've spent, $1 for it and $12 to ship it and all things. But anyway, that's where we're at. We are very close. We are very, very close. I want to say thanks again to Mike. Mike was trying to help me out too. Mike from thinkparts.com. I reached out to him today, sent him a video, and he gave me some ideas and stuff. And yeah, we're close. So we still need an alignment. I still need to take it to an alignment shop, get that done. And I got to get the distributor, pull the distributor, put the new tie down in, retime it, and just make sure everything's dialed in where it needs to be. And then this guy is there. So there's that. For now, nothing's happening to the Apache today or tomorrow. It's a holiday. I don't want to be out here working when everybody's celebrating a holiday. My wife's got the day off, so I think we will probably mess with the Super Beetle convertible in the side yard because it's fenced and you can't see us. Trying to get that body off the frame, and then from there we'll hopefully get that up in the air and get that old frame out from under it. And then I can start pulling the transmission and CV axles and all that, anything that's usable off of it. And then we're gonna cut that frame up, take it to the junkyard one of these days here in the next couple weeks, and really keep. I think I'm gonna take that transmission. It's a good one. I'm gonna drain the fluid out of it, the oil, and put some new in and paint it to match the frame, paint it black to match the frame, and then get that installed, and probably pick up a transmission mount kit and get that in so that I don't have to mess with that later. And yeah, try to get the car on the frame. That'd be kind of slick. Get some wheels on it, and I do need to jack this up and pull these shocks off. I need to order some air shocks for the rear. Shouldn't be too bad. When I do that, I'm going to take these shocks and put them on the Super Beetle frame. So that should that's helpful. I didn't, you know, lose whatever I spent on them, 100, 150 bucks, whatever it was. So anyway, guys, that's what I have for you on this as far as the thing. I think I'm going to go out in the back and show you the Super Beetle and kind of give you an idea where we're at there, and I'll be right back. Hang tight. Okay, guys, here's our 73 Super Beetle. Sorry about the sun being right there. So yeah, we've got all but 3 body bolts out of it, and we're gonna take them out tomorrow, and we got to cut them off, and then I'm sure there's something that'll catch us up. But basically, I need to pop the struts out. They're already unbolted. I just got to pop them out of the hat on both sides, and lift this pig up and get it up in the air, and gonna put it on center blocks here in 4x4s, and we have a winch on this trailer. We're gonna winch that frame out. The rear doesn't roll. It's locked up tight. The front rolls, which is helpful. So we'll roll it out, and you guys know, I mean, these independent front suspensions, they're wobbly as all hell once you pull the strut out. So it'll be an interesting deal. But I just need to get this frame in front of this car, and then we'll be rolling. So that's what we're doing. That's where we're at. That'll be tomorrow's probably plan of attack, and see if we can't get this thing in a direction. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go swimming and get my laps in, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Hope you have a great Labor Day weekend, and a great Labor Day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Brown's Rod and Custom. Please like and subscribe.